I am a corporate recruiter and I am reviewing a full stack software engineer resume. So what we're going to be looking for in this resume is, I've actually updated my full stack list. So this is the newest update of the keywords for it, which I look at live on my stream. So if you want help with keywords, come on by Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. TypeScript is what we're going to be looking for. Secondary to that is going to be maybe Python, but TypeScript was in the vast majority. So TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, Next.js, SQL, React.js, API, REST, Cloud, Agile, CI/CD, and cross-functionally. This is why it's important to look. Recently, there has been a surge of resumes and job descriptions that specifically want your full-stack engineer to work cross-functionally. So that one is new to me. And bonus points if you have architecture, extra languages such as Python and Git. This person did not give me a note. They just said 50-to-1 ratio. So I'm expecting the formatting to be probably bad, but the actual bullet points to be solid. Let's dig into this resume. All right. So, yes, this formatting is a nightmare, but again, you can still pass with bad formatting. I would prefer good bullet points rather than a good formatting if I had to choose. Hopefully I get both. So, developed a blank full stack. Good that you actually said full stack. Using AWS. Okay, good. Targeted for NASA and the other science applications. Built a CI/CD pipeline with GitHub Actions, Docker. Docker was in one or two. With infrastructure as code is primarily something that I see a lot in DevOps, but not necessarily full stack. Implemented a authorization account for running. Okay, so we've got in the first one, we've got Git, we've got the word full stack, which counts for like half a point, but we do have CI/CD, we do have AWS, and we do have Docker, which is a bonus point, but it wasn't a ton. Built a Python base, there we go, into AWS. Lambda. Okay, so I don't think this resume is bad. I want to be very clear. I don't want you to take this the wrong way. It's not terrible. I like how you wrote those bullet points. I just need more of these. And it seems that I'm going to hazard a guess that the 1 in 50 applications that you're getting are primarily ones that are specifically based around AWS, because that seems to be where you have a lot of experience in. But if the job description does not require a heavy use of AWS, I'm assuming that's where you're probably going to get rejected from. That is my guess. I could be wrong, but that is what I'm guessing based on seeing this resume. So what I want is more of this stuff. Now, again, these are a lot. You don't need all of these. I want to be clear. But you do need a lot of them. So what I am missing is specifically TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML. I'm missing basically anything from this list. So Node, Angular, Next.js, or React.js. Any of those would be fine. I'm missing a little bit of SQL. And I think that's kind of it. Obviously, if we could put in an API or REST would be good. But those are the primary things that I think I am missing for. That I am missing. Also, I just want to let everybody know I'm still sick, so this might be a harsher review than normal, which is okay, because if you can get past a sick recruiter, then your resume is fantastic. So, those are the things I'd want. Obviously, I want the formatting to be fixed, but it's not the worst. Like, again, this is not good formatting, but this is not like, oh, their formatting's so bad, I'm going to reject them. No, it's not good, and it's possible to miss what we're looking for. Which, again, I want the formatting to look like this. So, before we move on to the next resume, if you all need help, be sure to submit your resume in the link below, and like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. Let's go to the next resume. Is a residential property manager, which I think it is safe to say I have never recruited for in my life. So I've got these keywords from LinkedIn. They should be about 90% accurate, but take them a little bit with a grain of salt. The only one that is very important that I saw was Yardi. I don't know what Yardi is, but I do know it was in almost every single job description. Out of about 3,000 jobs that matched the title you wanted, about 2,000 of them had Yardi. So it's at about 2/3 of the requirements for jobs, which means it should be in your resume. What we are looking for is project management and leadership. This one was in one. I don't know if we really need preparation of annual property budgets. I think I can safely delete that. We are looking for Microsoft Word, Excel, Outlook, and whatever MRI is in this. I don't know. Leasing, tenant, and real estate laws, regulations, and market trends. So those are what we're looking for. I don't know anything else about this person. They did not give me the ratio. They did not give me anything else. They just said specifically they are applying for residential property. So at the look of this, I don't think I need this section. I also can't scroll up because they put their whole information on. But this is kind of weird in that you have a summary of qualifications. You have your skills over here. And then you have career highlights. But you've been at the same job for brain, math, no good at math, whatever time this is, long time. Lee's still sick and is off of 3 hours of sleep. But this is kind of weird functionally because you're only going for, sorry, phone buzzed, like everything I'm looking for could be here. I don't know why you needed two other separate sections beforehand. In addition, the bachelor's degree was a requirement, or master's. It was in a lot of job descriptions. So the fact that it's all the way at the bottom is not helpful. And is there anything I can even find? I'm going to look for Yardi real quick. No, I don't see Yardi. So I'm assuming this isn't getting a lot of traction, but again, I'm not super knowledgeable in this industry. But I don't see Yardi. Your degree is at the bottom. When it was a requirement, it should be up top. Everybody argues about why the degree should be up top. And the reason for that is you want every single qualification you have in the top half of your resume. And a degree is a qualification for most jobs. All jobs, no, but most jobs. So yes, I know it was probably a while ago, but you still need your education up top because that is a keyword and you don't want them to miss it. That is why it's important to have it in the top half. And then this stuff, I think this is an okay bullet points. Some of these are okay bullet points. The issue here is you're repeating them. So formatting wise, this should really be your name, contact information, city and state, and then if you are a U.S. citizen green card holder, put that as well. Then under that, it should be education. Then it should be professional experience, and then you can go into this. But I'm also looking at these bullet points, and I think they're a little too technical, but you have some solid ones. So remember, what I'm looking for is project management and leadership, and I have that. That's good. But I'm also looking for Word, Excel, Outlook, and MRI and Yardi. Primarily Yardi. Like if you had to, you could get rid of Word and Excel, but I want to see Yardi. That was in like every one. I also don't see anything about leasing or tenants, which was huge, and real estate laws, regulations, and market trends. I did see market trends. Market trends is good. That was why. So this qualifies for market trends. But I need the rest. So you've kind of got about 40 or 50% of it. So yeah, that's what I'd fix. Add a little bit more keywords, clean up the formatting, and should be good. Because I mean, it seems like you've done impressive stuff. But again, I've never recruited for residential property management. So that's this review. Let's go to the next resume. This is a resume review of a software engineer. What kind? They actually told me it's full stack. So this is the updated full stack list, which is what we're going to be looking for. They also said that, so this is a person looking for their first job after graduation. His experience or her experiences is split between embedded systems and full stack applications, and they asked if they should include everything on this resume or split it into two, one geared towards embedded and firmware and one towards full stack. And the answer to that is split it into two. Resumes are always going to be job title specific, and a good embedded software resume will get you rejected from full stack and vice versa. So I'm only going to be judging this based on full stack because I did not know the embedded keywords, and yeah, I'm not going to look at them if I don't have to. They also want to know if they should keep their service on there. I assume that means military. In which case, yes, if you do have military service, it's a benefit. Some companies will give special treatment to vets. And they also wanted to know a bunch of other stuff that I'll find out in the review, or if you should include a summary. No, summaries are not needed. So before I can even get to this, just remember we're going to split this into two: one embedded firmware, one full stack. So for full stack, what we're going to be looking for is TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, Next.js, SQL, React.js, API, REST, Cloud, Agile, CI/CD, cross-functionally, which was actually shocked me. That's why I always update these, is apparently that's a keyword there. Bonus points for architecture, extra languages, and Git. And my dog just came to say hello. Hello, sir. I love you. I will pet you more after. I need this hand. I cannot spend it just petting you. Don't hit the mic with your tail. All right, there we go. So let's dig in and see if we can find it. They also have a ratio of 100 to 1, which for a new grad, while not good, is not terrible. That's kind of like a D score. Still sick. A D grade on school. Like, yeah, you failed, but it wasn't by a ton. So first off, your formatting is off. It's not a huge deal, but this is a little hard to read and it's a little small. Use this. I really do want 10.5 Arial for basically everything here. It should be 10.5 Arial. And these lines are not helping, but again, these are minor issues. Let's look at the actual content. Engineered a city sailing application with Flutter, Dart, and Agile. Agile can be one, allowing race tracking, race organization, and cruise. Interface with club owners to determine application requirements, integrating client feedback in the development process. That one's okay, actually. I actually like that bullet point, even though it's not part of the keywords, but implemented river pod to scalability functionality of the application. So here's the problem. I don't really see these. These are not really what I'm going to be looking for, except for, okay, sorry, dog is being weird. All right, except for Git, I didn't see a ton of Flutter and Dart. I really want TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. So let's see. Then we have this enhanced Modbus database and Agile. Yeah, I'm assuming this is the embedded one, in which case I don't see any keywords. Led and trained a team of 4 Marines across 2 deployments in Asia after achieving 100 deployment readiness metrics across the team. So this is good. I mean, this is solid. The issue here is, I don't know if I need to know 100% deployment readiness. I think this is where you can sort of focus on like across like different, again, I don't know the military, like I guess 1 artillery squad and 1 communication squad, which I'm probably not accurately saying those, but that's what I want to see. This is where you can actually put in some cross-functional. Manage efficient company, managing change documentation, fund disposal, 100% deadlines. Again, this is where I specifically, the last one is good too. I want to know more about these. The keywords are how you get a job, okay? But overall, I don't think there's going to be a ton you need to change, even though there's like no keywords here, because this is, you're just going to have to slot them in, right? Like just engineered a city sailing application using X, Y, Z, and D. Enhanced a modus control using X, Y, Z, and D. But these are what I want for specifically full stack. I don't have embedded off the top of my head. So please fix this, fix the formatting, add some more keywords, and then split this into an embedded firmware or whatever it was and a full stack, because those are going to be inimicable with each other. But overall, I don't think it's going to take you a ton of time to do that. So yes, this resume fails, but it's probably going to take you like an hour to fix, and that'll be it. And then you're going to probably have about 1 in 50, 1 in 60. So possibly even less, because you have some very impressive achievements here. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of another full stack dev. So keywords are already right there. They haven't really changed from last time. TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, Next.js, SQL, React.js, API, REST, Cloud, Agile, CI/CD, cross-functional, and then a couple of bonus points. Again, you don't necessarily need all of those, but I would say TypeScript is arguably one of the most important ones, and along with like Next.js, Node, Angular, SQL, Agile, and Cloud and CI/CD. So this person has a 1 to 75, which is not terrible, actually. That's not great, but it's not the worst, so we want to move it down a bit. So let's see what we can. All right, formatting is a little off, but again, I'd rather have bad formatting than bad bullet points. Formatting is you can still pass with bad formatting, and this is not the worst formatting. I want to be clear to people. I'm not saying, oh my god, the formatting's the worst ever. No, this is just like, again, if formatting was 40% of your grade, this would give you like 20%. Like, it can be better, it can be more efficient, but it's not the worst. So, design an emergency system for React. That's a keyword. Ionic Health Community Chats Monthly. That's okay. Using Azure Comms. That's fine. A little technical, but I still like it. We have Azure. We have React. Architected is always a good word. CI/CD pipelines with Jenkins and Vitist. I don't know if Jenkins and Vitist are needed. Again, there's a lot of numbers here. You can use percentages in your resume, but you don't want to overuse them, right? I want people to use numbers and percentages in their resume sparingly, because you can kind of get to the point where it can just blur the lines between any of them. REST API, solid. Node.js, Express SQL, okay. Integrated local for React. Yeah, I can see why this is getting some. We are missing this, but again, most jobs had these, not all those. And let's see, maybe it's in the second one. Redux and Mapbox I don't think is needed. LLM can be nice. Next.js is nice. Yeah, so you have your problem, quite frankly, is there's too many keywords. People like in comments were like, oh my god, you need to have all the keywords. Like, no, you actually can't have too many. I don't want you to just put a bunch of random keywords in, because it's not beneficial. In addition, where's your education? Okay, it is from outside the country of Canada, and I don't know Canadian market enough. That might be okay to put at the bottom. Maybe people Canada can tell me if how they view people getting degrees outside of Canada. I don't know that market enough, but typically I would have put that up top. So yeah, you have too many things here. You have over-engineered this, which admittedly, like I said, I would rather be over-engineered than under-engineered. You just need to focus a bit more on the full stack. So I don't think I'm going to be looking for Vitest or Jenkins. I don't think I'm going to be looking for Post-Hog. I hate IT names. I hate IT names so much. I don't think I'm going to be looking for Flask. Or Docker could be one. And then IAC is more for DevOps. But yeah, so I need TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML. Again, if it's down here, it doesn't count. I do not care if it's down here. It needs to be shown how you used it here. So I think you just need to focus this. I don't think this is a bad resume. You need to double check the job descriptions and see what they're actually wanting, because I don't think they're wanting all of this. It sounds very much like they're wanting this compared to half of what you put here. But so does this resume work? Yeah, this still passes. I think this is a C-, which is also kind of why they're getting 1 in 75. Typically, I would say that's a D, but there are definitely some React jobs that they would ignore the TypeScript, the JavaScript, the SQL for, because they really care about the rest of it. So, yeah, fix the keywords. You need to focus more on what it is you're doing. A little less numbers. It can get confusing, because like I don't care if you do a 65 to 99%. You can have a couple of them, but there's way too many. So let's go to the next resume. This is a front-end developer internship. So I harp a lot about software engineers needing to pick a stack. Weirdly enough, you don't need to do that for internships. I don't know why that is, but your internships can just be software engineer internships. It's once you get out of the internship and you're looking for your first full-time, paid job, then you want to pick a stack. So this person says, in 2 months, resume will be updated from front end to full stack dev intern. Some parts of the resume just make it look less empty. Okay, so it's okay to have an empty resume. So let's look at what they actually have here. So GPA, bachelor's, this doesn't need to be this much. Again, I'm a United States recruiter. I don't know the market in Turkey or in Istanbul. But specifically, I think you should only have this of 2 lines. So just have this and then combine these into 1 line. But I don't really need a relevant coursework. It's ironically not very relevant. So also what we're looking for, internships are all largely the same unless you're a master's. They want a basic knowledge of the tech stack, which can be a language, a library, SQL, cloud. Basically, it's kind of what you would need for the real one, but much less, right? We don't need everything. We just need a couple to show you work with it. We also need to show that you can work well with others and you can take direction and criticism. This is huge. No one wants to hire a dev where they be like, hey, your code was mid, we need you to fix it, and then they just run away, crying, which isn't good. So it's actually important to have these. Let's see. Developer, a project that's fine. A fitness, web application structure, web tailored during goals while working this to gain experience in. Okay, so no, this is not how I want you to write it. I want you to write it. I want you to tell me what, which is the keyword. So in this case, for React or CSS or whatever, then I want to say how and why you did it. I need more. You can't just say gained experience in. You need to show me, you don't tell me. Unless this is different in Turkey. Again, different markets have different things. A simple, elegant website. I need you to show me why it was simple, because these don't work as actual bullet points. You also didn't give me your ratio, so I don't actually know how well this is doing. Yeah, this doesn't matter. This is okay to have, I think. So your formatting's off and your bullet points are off. You need to fix it. So I want it like this. All right. On my website, there's this web resume template, and below that is how I would write this resume template if I was applying for a barista job. I know you're not applying for a barista, but honestly, you still write it the same. I need you to show me how and why you did what you did. I don't necessarily need brags, but I do need you to show me the intent and purpose. So yes, formatting doesn't work and the bullet points don't work. It's really all I can say on this one because not a lot of it is really working. But let's go to, nope, not the next resume. Let's go to the next video. Thank you all for joining me. I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST for about 3 hours, give or take. Like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out, and submit your resume below. I want to help people out. All of this is free. I want people to get jobs because it's important. It's important to be able to feed yourself, especially in this nightmare of an economy. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.